Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J, Professor Spike and Kamal. Three sad-looking faces today.
Yes.
As the SPY dipped below the 200-day moving average. Uh,
That's
There you
a
go.
bad sign.
Dun,
it's a
dun.
bad sign for people like me that look at charts.
Well,
Maybe I just shouldn't look, you know?
well, maybe did the Qs give you happier news than the spies?
No, the Q's is sad-looking too.
Uh,
What is it? Hear no evils, you know?
yeah. Well, don't you remember all throughout COVID, you were like, well, the spies are going up, so we have a reason for hope.
Yes,
All throughout those dead days,
yes.
and then the deader days to follow.
Yes. Andrew found this. I did not put a link to the show today. I'm becoming crazier and crazier.
Right? We're going to be like one of those
People have to really
elusive diamonds.
people really have to want to find this to see it.
How's it
People
going,
have
Andrew?
to really search for you.
Yep. It's been bad news. I mean, bad news last time we met on Tuesday. Even just as bad, if not worse, today.
Yeah. Let's see, right. Well, the Dow's down 1.5%, and it's down 1% and 2/3. So yeah.
We
Andrew's
can't give a
right.
break, man.
Andrew's right. Google was looking good. It was looking like breakout time on Google.
Right. And what
Yeah.
happened? I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't looking.
Somebody new found us. I don't know how.
Oh, good.
I'm hiding, and people are finding us anyway.
Yeah,
Yes,
have to be nimble is right.
nimble is the word. I mean, that's why I want to talk about Arena. I think the buyout is buyout news is spurring the run that it's having.
I see.
I
Either
think it's
nimble or
buyout,
nimble.
not news, buyout rumors.
All right. So that's why you put it on your list. You put Sava up.
And I think another failure for another competing lupus drug, so that might help. And that's why I'm thinking sava might be good with Lilly's failure on Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So I think I'm inclined to. I've been buying Aurinia. I'm inclined to start buying back my sava that I sold. So I think Andrew's right. You got to be nimble. Go for selective stocks
Right.
story.
I did buy the rips when they occur. It's advice I didn't take.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually I've been doing a lot of trading, closing weak positions, trying to keep my stronger positions intact. But I'm playing it closer to the vest.
If I go with your strategy, I'm going to be losing payment.
What's that? Kamal, I didn't catch it.
I said if I'm going to close. I said if I close my weak positions, I would close my entire account.
Close your portfolio.
You don't have to. You could close your weakest positions.
Weakest positions.
And
Yeah,
move them into
That's
better.
like that's like the children you love the best or love the least. Well,
Whatever.
Dan was talking about Sava. He said it had a nice jump,
Yeah,
and the shorts blasted it.
yeah. Who said that?
Dan A.
I don't see his comments.
It's right on their end.
There's a delay on my screen.
Okay.
I guess I'll see it in a
And
minute.
and Chris Hutchinson saying that Mike Wilson may end up being correct after all.
Yeah, that hurts if that's true.
Well, he had a lot. He was saying a lot of nay.
Bank of America was late to join them, but you just see when we met here on Tuesday, they made a call for 26% drop on the SPY.
Wow.
I don't know how they put it, like where it could happen, or I don't know. I didn't catch the exact wording.
That's not fun at all.
So what caused the market to tumble?
Well, because
think
we
the
saw
jobs
Powell's hawkish talk, and
the jobs
was,
tomorrow and the CPI on Tuesday. People are nervous.
they're thinking that the reason Powell had a change of heart was because this data is going to tell him that he softened too early.
Yeah, I mean, if the jobs numbers, what's the magic number? 250,000, or greater than 250,000, and the market tanks. Less than 250,000, it might rally. Exactly 250,000 yuan.
Is that what we're looking for?
I think that's the number. 200,000, 250, something like that.
Something tells me that the market's going to behave the way the market feels like behaving, independent of the number. But I have a feeling that Kamal is right. This kind of Thursday leads into a worse Friday.
Usually.
Usually.
I've seen it turn around on a Friday when the selling is done.
There's always exceptions, but I'm not looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll always have to look forward to tomorrow. That's a rule of stock.
So it's only a day away.
Yeah, it's only a day away. And the sun will shine.
So yeah, no, it's definitely going to be worth looking at Sava. We should take a look at Lilly just to see how and why it didn't react.
Look at all the Alzheimer's drug plays.
Sure, because you had an Novus up there also and anvs.
Yeah, so we'll look at all of them.
All right, sounds good.
And the
Is it worth looking at Biogen?
If you want,
is there any upside left to Biogen?
I don't think that drug is selling, even the new one.
Yeah, I know people are a little gun shy.
The first one, forget about it, and the second one is also not really selling. So they get approved, and nothing happens. I like Capricorn. I like because I'm still convinced they got a good DMD drug. So I've been adding to Capricorn also.
Is it Dungeons and Dragons?
All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on.
I'm sure you're right, Chris, but I don't think that's going to be enough to take this.
How come I'm not getting I'm not getting these comments from these people?
You're not?
What am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
Maybe they blocked you, Dr. Tree.
Comments versus private.
Now
chat.
I got it. I refreshed.
Did you block them?
There you go.
Oh, I refreshed it.
Yeah, and they see it.
Yeah, now I see it.
No, I mean, there's the one about Sava.
Yeah, insider buying, Dan, is always a positive sign. No doubt about it. Especially 2.3 million. The short, it was just ammo for the shorts, but I'm going to buy. I'm thinking Sava is going to be in play with possible takeout now that Lilly's drug failed.
That's how Talib found it.
Followed the knowledge and found this page a few weeks ago. It's like finding a gem in the rough.
That's what we are.
Chris, it looks like Mike Wilson's going to be correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I get you. You're right, Chris. It's not nothing.
Budget that proposes taxing unrealized gains couldn't have helped. Yeah, I think the Democrats are overdoing it a little bit.
But I mean, this kind of talk is so far away from reality. People have been talking about increasing the capital gains since Adam took the apple.
Yeah, but you can't tax untaxed. I mean, come on, give me a break.
It's hard to double tax and get away with it.
You're going to tax whether or not you sell it for holding it.
The idea is that it's already been taxed as income when the business had it, and so if you're an owner of the business, why should you be taxed again?
I don't know. It's just insane.
They do it when you buy and sell cars privately.
We're going back to the Eisenhower days. We're
very
going
true.
back to the Eisenhower days of graduated taxes to 80-90% of your income.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, they told me, "Oh yeah, a tax on $1 million is like 70%." I'm like, "Wow."
I think it was more than that when I was during Eisenhower.
You mean during Eisenhower?
Yeah, during
the ancient days. Did people walk around with togas those days?
Did they walk around with what?
Nothing.
All right.
I said togas, but I was just being mean.
You don't have a mean bone in your body. S&P 500 down 1.85%. This is really yucky. Dow down 1.66. NASDAQ down more than 2. And the winner of them all in the negative hit parade is a Russell down almost 3. So
Wow.
they punished the small caps more than anything else.
They always come for the little guy first.
Unbelievable. Let's start with what we always start with, the SPY. The spiders, the picture tells 1,000 words, and look at the picture. Clearly below the 100, just past the 200. About bullish, very bullish sign, right? At the
horrible.
At the same time, we closed below the 200 and the 100.
And to add salt to the wound, is that an engulfing candle?
No, maybe yes.
We have to look deeper.
No, it's an engulfing candle, but it's such a small candle that it's engulfing that it almost doesn't count.
Okay.
So, Dr. J,
yeah.
Every time I look at a chart like this, I like to identify patterns. You see how big this red candle is today?
Yes.
Look at every red candle on this chart, every big red candle. Look what happens after it.
Well, most of the time you get more of the same, like this one here back on 12/23. A
Right.
big red candle at near the top, and then we collapsed 5 days in a row down. But not always.
Same thing with September.
This was a nasty big candle back in August, where we collapsed about 5 days in a row.
So they are all like similar in size, and I see most of them, they are followed by more bad days or more.
Yeah, usually you can count off about 5 more at least.
Right.
Which could bring us right down to the 375 mark.
Right, this was the one you were worried about.
Yeah.
Is this Tuesday's line?
I mean, it's certainly possible, but then again, you know what's possible? We get a tame jobs report. Then we get a nice green arrow, nice green candle tomorrow. Anything is possible. Not probable, but possible.
Right.
Yeah.
How about the CPI on Tuesday? What is your expectation there?
0.7, 7 or 8.
I don't know. What has it been about 6 lately? I think it's just going to stay.
Core was 5.7, I think.
Yeah, so I think it's going to stay the course.
Core would be X food and energy.
Right. So what would that mean? Another 0.45 to 0.55 for the month.
I don't think we're going to get a bump up in CPI. I think it'll be equal to or less than.
Yeah, I'm thinking equal to. Because he did use the word disinflation a little too soon, I think.
Yeah, we have been trending down, and
he should have said decelerating. He should have said decelerating. That would have been nicer.
Yeah, we've been trending down except for last month. So
right.
1 month aberration doesn't mean a trend change. Inflation is trending down. So maybe we get a tame report, and that'll help. A lot of maybes. I think the market and the Fed are very data dependent at this point. So it's possible tomorrow we get a nice rally back halfway up this red candle. If we get a tame jobs number. New jobs 100 added 150. Unemployment up to 0.1% to 3.5%. Something like that. That can't happen?
That could very easily happen.
Unlikely.
And that's also within the blip of measurement error.
And the market will go crazy if that happens.
Yeah, I know.
So let's keep your fingers crossed. All of us keep our fingers crossed for a tame report tomorrow, and you'll have a good weekend, Kamal.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible. And I don't really expect another month like last month where we broke every record. What did we have? Over 500,000 new jobs. That was crazy. And our average hourly wages was up, what, $14?
Yeah, that'll get corrected.
That was a tremendous print. It's not going to happen again.
No.
I don't think. If it does, then Mike Wilson's right. Good news is bad news.
I know it's the bizarro world because we're worried about the Fed.
Yeah, I mean, normally like Biden is proud of these numbers.
Sure. Well, there's so many people who are not in the stock market that vote, that would vote for him. So, he'd have to couch this as good news.
Yeah.
Modulo the inflationary implications.
But I personally think the inflation was caused primarily by the pandemic and supply issues.
Supply. I mean, that's why cars are expensive, because nobody's making new ones because they don't have the chips for them.
And therefore, the supply is quickly coming back. So, or maybe not quick enough, but it's coming back. And therefore, the inflation is taming. It's coming down a lot quicker than typical because of that. You fix the supply issue, you fix the inflation.
Right. I think I agree with you. I think that's primarily the case. It's just everybody else is sort of playing around with the time lag.
So I disagree with Powell. How's that? I think he's much too pessimistic now. That's what I think. Too pessimistic.
About inflation and the reasons for it.
Yeah, give these cuts a chance to work through the system, so to speak. Give these hikes, I mean, a chance to do this thing. I don't know. Nobody knows. The shadow knows.
A Muhammad Alarian knows.
Yeah, I'm an armchair economist.
He'll be the first to tell you.
I'm an armchair economist. It's not my forte, but it seems to me that this is supply side. That's a real economist that I know very well thinks it's supply side cause, and so I think that too. All right. Anyway, let's go on and look at arena. So what's the call? What's our call? Do we have a call? I'm going to make an optimistic call. The hell with the chart.
Okay. They call that halfway point, like you're saying.
We close at 398 tomorrow. We get the whole 7 points back. If I make Kamal happy.
I have to disagree, but I wish you're right.
Well, it's all going to be in the data. If 8:30, you'll know. Tune into Bloomberg at 8:30. You will find out what's going to happen the rest of the day. So Capricorn is one I've been buying, but I want to get to the Alzheimer's stocks. Which one you want to do first, Lily?
Yeah, it's not really an Alzheimer's, but it's certainly the latest news is an Alzheimer's news. But the reaction didn't really.
It was up. It bucked the trend.
Yeah, it actually bucked the trend up. But who even knows?
When did they announce that they're stopping the trial?
I don't even know if they announced it. All they just said was that it didn't seem like it worked. That was what the news article said.
Today?
Yes.
Well, it certainly looks like we put in the bottom at 308. Lily looks like it bottomed. And Lilly is a great company. Maybe it's nibble time for Lilly. I like Lilly, regardless of whether that outside.
Yeah, no, I once I started talking about it, I really started jumping into it with both feet.
They have the fat drug, don't they?
Oh, is that there? That's right. That is theirs.
Yeah, that's
One that everybody wants to take and steal away from the people who really need it.
Is Weight Watch? What's with Weight Watchers? They doubled it during the week because they announced that they're going to give medication out.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to fight the obesity with medicine instead of just diet. Something like that. I don't know if it's a Lilly drug that you're going to recommend.
What, the Ozempic?
I don't know. Let's take a look at Sava.
Yes, because this might be Sava or Novus might be the beneficiary. If
Novus didn't start the phase 3 on Alzheimer's yet.
Beneficiary by a process of elimination.
Yeah.
Well, somebody might buy him.
Also, it's a different approach than reversing the plaque. The Lewy bodies or whatever they're trying to do. Stop. I think they were trying to block the beta amyloid protein. Is that what they were trying to do with this drug? I think so. So the simufilum, whatever you call, I don't know how to say these names. The sava drug works differently. So where did he make the buy? He made the buy Monday and Tuesday, right? So he bought it here. He paid 26 and change for his shares on Monday. And then he bought most of it on Tuesday, paying 25 and change. So he spent over 2.3 million for 88,000 shares. That's a lot of geld, a lot of money. So when I see someone from on the inside buying like that, it's encouraging news. You know, they're well into the trials already. They started 6 months ago, didn't they?
Right.
So you mean to tell me there isn't some kind of informal feedback? People doing better or claiming to do better?
Well, I guess everybody wants to be on the up and up about this. So.
And no insider is buying without some inside information, so to speak.
Either that or confidence.
Well, where does
you saying where does he get the confidence?
Yeah,
Okay.
where does the confidence from?
Okay.
It's a good sign.
Excellent sign. It's so good a sign that I'm going to buy back the 3/4 of my position that I sold off. Beginning tomorrow, I'll start nibbling.
Well, we're at it. We're pretty. You got another shot down at the bottom. It looks like, because we like that. We like that rounded bottom just before it.
Also, I want to make sure that this bottom holds. If it goes below that, I may not be so quick to buy back. That's why I'm going to nibble back in.
Right.
I never like to spend a lot of money in or out at one time. I do things a little slow, on the slow side. It's just my style.
Yeah, well, it's probably smarter anyway.
All right. Besides Sava,
Now,
I wanted to look at one oldie but a goodie, because I think it's buyout rumors are on the table again.
oh yes, that's right. It keeps rearing its ugly head.
Armenia Pharmaceuticals down 41 cents, after hours up 21 cents. It's been all over the place. It made a new relative high earlier today, but finished strongly down. But not beyond halfway down that big green candle. So it ended in a good place to nibble, I think. I think I feel like I'm hungry. I'm going to buy some after the show.
There you go.
Buy it in after hours, $9.56. I'm willing to pay $9.56. I have to pay 3 pennies more than if I bought it at the close. That's not that terrible.
No,
It just looks like a good place to enter.
especially if you own a lot of the team.
Looks like a good place to enter. And I really like the fact that it had that V shape and it's taken out the beginning of it. It took out 959. In fact, it took out yesterday's high, made a new high, making new highs, a nice trend line. It just looks very attractive. And this time, they're not going to be so stupid as to turn down a buyout offer.
Right.
The rumors had it was $32 that they turned down.
Yeah, no, I don't think they'll make that same mistake twice.
If anybody offers them $32 and they turn it down, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah, right. Be time to sell.
Yeah.
Because then you're not trusting the management.
If they offer $25, they better not turn it down. In my opinion. Even if it's worth 32, take 25. Bird in the hand. But I think you got to be, I mean, you don't have to be in it, but I want to be in it because of the buyout potential.
Right.
I read somebody came out with an article on BCRX that this is a buyout candidate.
It's so dirt cheap now.
Yeah, these levels, someone may come in and scoop it.
Oh my God, this is like keep going south.
Yeah. I stopped watching this one. I didn't sell any. I just stopped
I
watching.
only own 1/6 of my original position.
I own tons of it.
I sold off 5/6 on the downslide. I kept 1/6 to remind me that I really want to be in this one eventually.
Right.
Timing is everything.
I got no chance of losing this time.
Timing is everything when to get back in, though. And now let's go back and do anvs.
Right. Now, between the two, I always get confused between Novus and anvs. Anvs is the most speculative one, right?
They're both speculative.
No, in terms of actually having.
anvs has the Alzheimer's drug, not the Parkinson's.
Gotcha.
And the Novus has both. Look at this. This is an ugly engulfing.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Ugly engulfing candle. Yuck.
PR says HIBB is the only play now. Which one is HIBB?
BIVI is another one. What's wrong with BIVI? That's been hopping around a lot.
Yeah, I have also, which is the one I have? I have that. Is it Denali?
Denali is another one.
No,
All right, so this is a nice looking trend line, but this is an ugly candle. Ugly. I wouldn't be surprised if we come down at least to, let's say, around the low of this candle, 930, 935.
There's a lot of touches on that one.
Yeah, okay. We may not go down much, but I think, look, a lot depends on the market tomorrow. This got thrown out with the rest of the market. Just an ugly looking candle, though. Really ugly. Let's take a look at a Novus and see if we get another ugly looking candle. Yeah. It tested the 50, but held it. That's good. The 50 is above the 100, is above the 200. That's nice.
Certainly had a good February.
The chart is pretty good on this one. I like the fact that it dipped below the 50 and closed above it. Maybe this one is given back enough. It's time to add. I own a lot of it, but I might nibble a little more.
I wouldn't blame you.
it closed above this candle is it closed above the close. The close here was 1566. It equaled it. The close from two weeks ago, this low from 2 weeks ago, we have almost an identical candle today. This one is, to my mind, consolidated enough, ready for a move up. So, I mean, you know, if it goes below this area, this level, it could go all the way back to the 200. Anything is possible, but I don't see it. Not anymore. I thought originally, Kamal, when we hit this big red candle, I thought it was going back to 13, but I don't think so anymore. It still could. What else did I put down?
Well, we went through the ones that you put down. You just wanted to talk about Capricorn before we leave.
Okay, and Bivy. Bivy is another Alzheimer's play.
HIBS is what PR said.
HIBS?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put that one up too. But Bivy, you got to watch Bivy. Bivy looks like it has explosive tendencies, so to speak, and we're on the upswing on a down market. So watch Bivy. And what's HIBS?
HIBS, Hibs.
Hibs. HIBS. Direction Daily S&P.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Bad. This is a bad fund.
Oh, that's debater. Okay, no, that's not the. I thought he was talking about. He's saying it's the only play. I thought it was in the context of.
This is shorting the S&P 3 times.
Yeah. This is just this idea that if we're really in a bad strait, and Mike Wilson happens to be right, this is the stock that's poised to make a nice pop.
How is this different than SPXU? Isn't it basically?
Or the one I was in, which is what is it, SPY or something like that?
SPXU is 3.
I'm in SQQQ.
Isn't this 3 times also?
Yeah, it is.
So it's similar.
Ultra short, right?
I don't even want to show these.
I know exactly. It's all bad karma.
I don't want to show them. We got to get it off the screen quick.
Yeah.
That's a disaster.
Linus was to end on a sort of happier note. He's talking about GE. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe all those years of pain.
As always, your own due diligence, our opinion, strictly our own, not investment advice. Check with the advisor before acting. Please subscribe. Tell a friend about us. Tell the whole world about us, because I ain't telling anybody anymore.
Apparently not.
So PR gave us HIBS. Okay.
Yeah, he's pessimistic apparently.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming, Linus, PR, Chris, Dan, and Talib, and so on. Whoever found us, Andrew. Adios, amigos. Ciao. Kamal, put a smile on your face.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Good weekend.
Ciao.